Hello viewers, today I'm going to teach you how to make this top for the short that we made sometimes earlier. The top is already in the YouTube and I saw it important to make this so that whoever buys this one from me will be able to match and be happy. Now you can see how beautiful the lace is. I have put the lace here in case the wearer feels that this area needed to be fixed a bit using these loops which I've used as decoration. At the same time, I have the main lace or the main straps at the back for fastening this top at the back. I've also decorated the same with beans. Then from there, the pattern of the top is borrowed from the short, which means the person who buys it will be able to match the two. Now, when doing this work, we will need this yarn 100% acrylic. We will need a hook which is 4 millimeters in size and another hook for inserting these beans which is 0.90. We will need the beans themselves, 8 of them or something like that, 8 of them there or 6 will be enough. We will need a marker and we will need this traditional pin as a tool for inserting the lace, this lace here and the main lace at the back. Now, we'll also need the scissors to cut our yarn where necessary. So the short is already in the YouTube. So once you are able to make this, you can go ahead and make this bra for the same or to be worn with the same top. Short. So welcome to my tutorial and kindly remember to subscribe, remember to share my work, remember to give me a comment. Thank you. Okay, you start by making a slip knot. Then from there, we make 14 chains. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then we chain one more and start putting a single crochet in the second chain. 1, 2, don't count the one in the hook. So we put a single crochet all through until we get to the last chain. Just move slowly. The first round needs a lot of delicate work. Okay, we have arrived in the last chain, so we are going to put 3 single crochet in the same space or in this last stitch here. So we have 1, 2, then 3, Then we mark, take a mark, you can even take a small thread and mark the middle one. Mark the middle one because it will be receiving 3 single crochet every time we pass through it. Then you continue working, move down and trim the tail so that it doesn't give you a hell of time. You just first of all pull it through. After pulling it through, then you put your stitches, your stitches, single crochet. Still we are dealing with single crochet, not any other chain, not any other stitch. Ensure you trim this tail as you work. If yours is long, you can cut it, but when you crochet it inside with the work, it makes the work strong. It makes your work so strong instead of wasting it through cutting. Don't cut, just knit it inside. So we have arrived at our last stitch, which is here. You're just going to put single crochet, chain 1, then turn. Always chain 1, then turn, and right down here immediately the one chain does not count as anything, so you put your first single crochet and you proceed. We have arrived where we have the mark, so we get it off and put 3 single crochet in this stitch. 3 single crochet together, 2, then 3. After putting 3, you take your mark and put in the middle chain, the one which is in the middle of the 3, and then proceed putting single crochet in your work. Proceed, I'll meet you here to show you again how to turn. Okay, we've reached the last stage, so we are going to put a single crochet here, then our last stitch, then chain 1 and turn our work, and once we turn we put a single crochet immediately because that chain is not counting as anything, and we proceed working. Make sure you use a smaller hook so that you don't get a lot of transparency in your cap. Okay, we have arrived where we have the main row chain. I've always told you the main row chain will receive 3 single crochet, and then you return your mark in the main row stitch again. So you come back, you have to stop there and put the mark. It doesn't, you can even use a thread, you can mark with anything so that you don't mess up. Then from there, you just proceed working. So anytime you pass through this mark, you put a single crochet. So you put, anytime you pass through the mark, you put 3 single crochet and then you mark the middle chain. We will proceed working. This is our last stitch, chain 1, then turn and immediately here, don't skip to this one, the chain is not counting. So you put a single crochet and continue. So continue working and make around 7 rounds we are going to make. Okay, this is how far we have gone in making the cap of our bralette. Now you can see how beautiful it is shaping itself. So the secret is just maintain tight single crochet throughout, and when you come here, when you complete and you are turning, you chain 1. Then always ensure at this point here you have 3 single crochet in the middle stitch, and always put the mark so that you don't mess up. So continue and make 8 more rows, or you can even make more if you want your cap to be bigger, but for mine I'll continue up to 7 or 8. Then from there I'll start making the second one. So we continue working. I have already chained 1. We turn our work and right down here, as we've been doing, we put a single crochet and then proceed doing the same. So continue and make the size that you feel you desire, because we are not changing the pattern until we complete the cap. Okay, this is our work. We have made 13 rows in total, so we are going to do the finishing of our cap, then we join together. So you chain 1 and turn, then you put a single crochet right below here because the chain is not counting. From there you chain 1, skip 1, go to the next. We are doing the finishing. Then chain 1, skip 1, go to the next, put a single crochet like that until we go around this work. So you chain 1, you skip 1, go to the next, and you keep on going until you finish the round. It is not very visible, but continue that way. Then you meet here. I show you what to do next. Okay, we have finished the round. I have chained 1 and turned. So we are going to put a single crochet right under the chain because the chain is not counting. Then from there we look for the one chain that we made and put two single crochet and move on to the other chain. The other chain is here. You have to look for it slowly. It is right here. You put in it, you put 3 double crochet. So those are 2. Put another one, 3. Then move to the other one. The other one is here. Put 3 double crochet in the same stitch. Look for the other. So every chain that we made, we will be putting 3 single crochet in it. Single crochet, please, not double crochet, but single crochet, 3 in number. So you'll have to continue until the end of the round. We will meet then. We will see what we'll have. So continue working. Okay, we have finished the round. You can see how we have done a beautiful ending of the cap on the signs. So we are going to join our work here with the slip stitch. Then we cut the yarn. So you just come here and make the remaining single crochet, then another one in the same stitch, chain 1, and take the other part of the cap, the twin cap, and join with a slip stitch at the last single crochet which we made here, and then you chain 1. After chaining 1, you cut the yarn and pull through because we cannot start connecting from the main row. From there, we are going now to make our to crochet this side all the way and make a belt that will tie under, will help us fit the bra or this costume, swimming costume. Okay, this is we have joined our work here. I've also gone ahead to this far corner and chained 18 chains. So we are going to add 2 more. But first of all, we come this side and let me show you what you are going to do. The opposite side or the side that looks exactly like that. You put under a crochet here and then your slip knot and bring it to size, then you pull through. After that you make 20 chains. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 of them. You chain 1 for pulling or for tying the knot and you cut the yarn. So we are going also to undo this side because my yarn is joined here, so it's not looking attractive. We are going to cut to undo, we are going to cut this yarn here and also cut here and make a fresh slip knot so that we don't get work which is having a knot that are protruding in the bra. So you come here and put you pull through, insert your hook and get your slip knot. You're still looking for it. So we have our slip knot here already with us. Then we make 20 chains. Make it smaller if it is big so that the work will look neat. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20, we chain 1, and here we are not going to cut the yarn, but we will turn our work and start crocheting under the bra or below the caps, but we will start putting the chain. So we go to chain number 2 from the hook, this one here, and put a single crochet all the way around, single crochet until we finish up at the other chain that we have made. But you have to observe what we are doing here to avoid any confusion. Make sure you don't twist this chain. If you twist, then the result will not be admirable. So make sure you don't twist your chain as you go down putting the single crochet. Make sure you are not twisting your chain. Trim this tail. As you go down, you trim the tail. So we continue now with the other part of our work, still putting single crochet as we go to the other corner. And see what we have. So you continue working. Follow the small holes that are protruding and put your crochet there. You can see them. So you put your crochet there, nowhere else. And you follow them. Don't skip. If you skip again, the work will just show marrow or band pattern which is not coming. Check what is coming out. If only you are keen to put the crochet at the right space. Don't skip and don't put at the wrong space. So continue working. I'll meet you at the end of the round to show you how we are going to turn. Okay, we've reached where we made the other chain, so we are going to continue and put a single crochet all the way up to here. Continue. I'm going to meet you there. We are still continuing with a small chain, putting single crochet in every stitch. So this is our last stitch. We are going to chain one and turn, and remember to tame the tail, so we will go with it that way. We have chained one, so we will turn our work and continue, but this time not with a slip, not with a single crochet, but we are going to put uh, we are going to put a double crochet in every stitch that we have already made. So you turn your work, this way, and then trim the tail. Crocheting, you have to be patient, you have to move slowly. So we chain 3 here. Before turning, we chain 3. 1, 2, 3, turn your work, then make double crochet in every stitch that we have made. So you continue making double crochet in every stitch that we've made. We will meet at the end of the, we will meet after you are done with this to continue to turn, to make a turning. Okay, we've reached the end of the round. We are going to chain, to put the last chain or a stitch and then turn our work. So this will be our last stitch. Then from there we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. Just to position the cups in a way that you are comfortable when knitting. Then from when crocheting, then from there you make a double crochet here. Sorry, you skip this stitch. Not skip, yeah, skip this stitch. Yeah, and you put a front post here. Front post in double crochet. Then you skip this stitch, go to the next, put a top, double crochet, then our front post. We are trying to match the pattern of our bra or bralette with the pattern of the shirt. So we are crocheting the pattern here, this one here, or this other pattern which is down here. So let's continue. You skip this, go to the next, put a top double crochet, then a front post, continues, just move slowly, top double crochet after skipping one, then a front post, and let me see whether I've skipped. Yes, I've skipped. Then a front post, double crochet, put a stitch and double crochet on top of the stitch, then a front post. Now continue working. I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, we have finished the round along the curves. So we are going to do the final stitch and then turn our work. You can see how beautiful it is becoming. So we skip this stitch here, we go to the last one here and put a top double crochet on the last chain here, then a front post double crochet on the same chain. Then we chain 3 and turn our work, and in every stitch we will put a free double crochet until the end of the round. Free double crochet until we finish on top of every stitch or on double crochet that we made earlier. Make a free double crochet until you finish the round. You can see what I'm doing in the video. So this is what you get. Continue making the free double crochet until the end of the round. Okay, this work is to be worn with this short that we made sometimes. I encourage you to watch the video over the same. So we have brought in this pattern here. It is already here. So we are going to bring in this one so that whoever will wear the two, they will be matching. So let's close our work here by putting the last double crochet. Then from there we bring in the pattern in our short. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then turn your work. After turning your work, you skip one and put a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, chain 1. Ensure that you chain 1 and then you skip 1 before putting and double crochet. So you can see we are trying to match the top, this bra plus the short in as far as pattern is concerned. So we continue with chain 1, continue until the end of the round. This is our work. We are still building on. So we are going to put on this pattern. not this pattern, but the before this we are going to put a round of free double crochet. So I have finished the work here. I've already put a chain of 3. Now we are going to turn and put free double crochet in every stitch. Free double crochet in every stitch, including the chain. Don't escape. Continue working until the end of the round. Okay, we've reached the end of the round. So we are going to put the last stitch and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3, turn our work. And after we turn our work, we are going to repeat this pattern that we made here, the hex pattern. So we start with the first chain, we put up front post in double crochet, skip this, go to the next, put a top chain, then a front post, just like we did in the third row. And we've been done with this project, this part, then we start making the laces. So continue working until the end of the round. We have finished the round that we were making to do the broad finish. Now I have cut my yarn, so we are going to do a finishing in this part of the cups. Take your yarn and make a slip knot. After making a slip knot, take your hook and insert here in this part of this corner here, and you pull it through. After pulling through, you chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then move away from this flower. You can see a flower or these 3 stitches we inserted here at the bunda with the other 3 stitches. You put a slip stitch. Put a slip stitch. Not successful. Just dip your hook and put a slip stitch. After putting the slip stitch, chain 3 more and make them tight. Then move to the other, move the 3 other set and then go to the gap. You put a slip stitch. Here we go. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip the 3 chain with her together. Go to the space here. This space and put a slip stitch. So you will continue this way until the end of the round. So this one has missed. Continue 1, 2, 3, then a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, then a slip stitch. Continue, we'll meet at the end of the round. When you get to where the 2 cups are dividing, you just pull chain 3, then go through here and join this with a slip stitch, and a slip stitch that way, then chain 3 more, join with a slip stitch at the corner here, then you continue with you continue moving as we are doing in this other part here. So you continue the same, put a slip stitch here, then chain 1, 2, 3, and put a slip stitch here and continue moving. We are going to meet when we get to this part here. Okay, we have completed finishing the caps of our bra. You can see how beautiful it has become. Now we are going to make the straps for the same. So you just take your yarn and put a slip knot. After putting a slip knot, you look for the center of this uh, cap and pull the slip knot. Pull your slip knot through and make 200 chains, simple chains for supporting the cap towards the back shoulders and the back. So you make 200. Now just continue and make as many as possible. You can even make 100, you can make 300, but 200 at most. So continue doing your chains. Okay, we have finished making the straps that we are going to use in tying our top here. I have also done some finishing on this side, so we are going to do the same finishing on this other part so that our bra can look beautiful. Now you just get your yarn and then put a slip stitch. Then from there, you insert your hook and make sure that you are on the right side. And then you insert your hook and then pull through the slip knot, and then you chain 1, then insert and put a single crochet in the same stitch and continue putting single crochet in the next stitches to make this side look even. Don't forget this space here. Just put a simple stitch there and move on. There is a stitch here. You have to be very careful not to skip. There's a stitch here again. Don't skip it. And then the outermost here. You have to be very careful. These are hidden stitches. Then chain 1 and turn. You are going to move 3 rounds. Then I'll show you the pattern that we are going to put. It's always good to do finishing in your work so that it can look good. Sorry, there is a stitch hidden here. Before we chain one, there is a stitch here. You can see it. So you put a single crochet there, then chain one and turn. After turning, you continue with your single crochet until the work looks smart. So you can see what we have. You chain one and turn. Chain one and turn. This time we are going to change the pattern. Don't worry about this tail, we are going to trim it. Now from here, you chain one here, then skip this, go to the second and put 4 single crochet together. You have 2, 3, 4, then skip this, go to the next, put 4 together, 4 single crochet together, 2, 3, 4. Skip this, go to the next and do the same. Okay, one more to go. Skip this, go to the next, put 4 together, skip this, go to the next, skip this one here, go to the next, put 4 together. Okay, now skip, go to the last here and put 2. Don't put 4 here, you just put 2, then chain 1 and turn. Now after turning, we are going to chain 1, 2, 2, then we put right here where we have chained 2. Then because this one is a big one, we chain for 1, 2, 3, 4, come where it is ending and put a slip stitch, then chain for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's where is it heading? This 4 cluster is heading here, so you put a slip stitch there. Then 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Look again. This is our cluster. It ends here, so we put a slip stitch there. Sorry, a mess. Put a slip stitch there. Just go slowly. Crocheting is just going slowly. 3, 4, now 4. Then go to where it is ending and put a slip stitch there and chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a slip stitch where the cluster is ending. And remember, we are putting our chain 1 and then put a slip stitch here, then chain one, and this is what you get. Cut your yarn. Remember, this decoration will also be used as loops for these straps or laces. So you pull your yarn and then you hide it using your own style. May I use a simple style to hide my yarn. You can use any style to hide the tail, not the yarn but the tail, the unwanted yarn. In crocheting we call it a tail. Go through and then do the cutting. So this is what we have. This is what we have. You can see for our work. So we are going to do the final finishing. Okay, we have finished making the straps. This will be used to fasten our top bra that we've made. Now we are going to take care of this area in case the wearer find that it is a bit open. I have made a lace that will be fixed here to take care of that area. But if the person who is going to wear feels that he or she is comfortable, can just remove the lace. So we are going to insert this lace, and remember the decoration that we have here. This decoration, these are loops, but at the same time they are playing the role of the decoration. So these are just loops. So we are going to insert uh, our we are going to insert our lace here. This is a loop here. So there's nothing hand. You just insert the tool that you are using. You insert your lace that way. Sorry, not all of it. Then insert this other side. So you can see how well we have taken care of that area. Now from there, you will now be moving the lace the opposite direction. You move this side the opposite this way. When you are there, you remove the tool or the pin that you are using and get the other hand. Just move slowly if you want your work to be perfect. There's nothing for nothing. You have to struggle hard. Then you come this other side and insert the same. Now you can see what is happening here. Then from there you remove, go to the other side, get this one here, start at the end here, then move to the opposite in the other hood. These are loops. At the same time they are decorating. You cannot even tell that they are loops. They just look very nice in decorations, but they are loops. Then from there you move to this better side. Insert on this loop here. Don't skip loops. You take it to the level where you want it to be. If you want it to go up, you just move, and from there you tie the lace. Another way is of putting is just using one side, but that one is not perfect because this is the front. Just go this way, or you can remove. Let me show you the other way of dealing with this lace. Just be patient with me, please. So once you put there, you take one side to the very part that you want it to be. If, for example, you wanted it to be at this loop here, let's close our two. You want it to be at this loop here. You see this loop? You just leave it there that way. That way, reduce the size because it won't move much. Hope you are seeing. Then you come here and increase this, the one which will be moving. Then remove the hook, take it to the longer side. So this is the side that will negotiate to hold the loops. So now it is on this side, so you bring it to this loop which is here. Just the way we tie our shoelaces, then you move it the opposite direction. This is a bit easier to do. Then come this direction, then go to the opposite direction. Sorry, these are loops as well as decoration. They can play the role of buttonholes. We are still moving and see what we are making. Then you continue moving until we finish the loops. You go to the loop that is matching where you've stopped. You are sorry. Don't skip loops. If you skip, the pattern will not come out. So we are here. Now when we are here, you just move again in the same space and put that way so that you can be able to go to this direction. So we can tie. This is what we get. Now you remove the pin or the tool, and we are going to use now we are going to put the pins, the beans, so that we use the smaller hook. The beans are important for decorating, and the shape we've captured, that is good. Let's use two of them, this side and the other side we use two. They are good for decorating, at the same time preventing the lace from pulling itself, slipping out of the bralette. So there we go. Then we make a knot. We make a knot here, or we tie a knot. Hope you are seeing the camera. I'm very poor at focusing. Bear with me, please. And do subscribe to this work, please. Okay, that is it. You can tie again. And get your scissors and trim this. So that is what we have. Let's put the other side. We've said if you are comfortable with this bralette without this strap or this lace, you just remove it. But I feel it will be important to have it. Yes, accident. We take another one. Success. So we tie a knot here to prevent them from slipping out. and we use the, so this is what we have. Whoever will wear will tie using her own designs and adjust this lace. Now we go to these others, the main ones, and this is how we use them. You just cross them over this way. After crossing them over to the opposite direction, you turn your work this way and bring them. The first one should go, remember again, these are loops. They are used for decorating, but they are loops that can hold something. So you take the first loop is here. First loop is here. We take our pin. So we go through this one, but if it is too small, we can still use the bigger one. This is a loop as well as something to decorate. So once we move that way, this side, we get the pin and we take this other lace. Sorry, before we remove the pin, we have to deal with this one. So because it is on top here, when we come this side, we will put it on the lower loop. We will put it on this lower loop here. So top, lower loop, you come with it here and do the tie. You put it that way. Then you remove the pin, the tool, the negotiating tool, we called it that. Then you take the other lace. This is the lace. Then we come with it on this direction and put on this loop which is here. These are loops and they are good. They're looking like decorating the pattern, but then you come with it down here. You put in the, if this is too small, you just use the nest. There will be no big harm for that. So there we go. We have our work. The wearer will be comfortable. So continue and put two beans this side and this side using a small crochet.